Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me good? Give me a thumbs up. Thank you. So I hope you all have a good weekend for I think it's the first or second week of some people, right? Yeah, so I hope you all have a good time in your quarantine hotel. So today, we're gonna do the scooter introduction about how you're gonna to ride scooter and how to help you to pass your scooter test. So today, I'm Carly, I'm Zhanghua coordinator, and also Carrie from Jimen. Yeah, so we will help you to go through with the scooter lecture today. So let's start. Okay, so today we're gonna tell you about the scooter test and also the insurance. Okay, so first of all, I think you will know that Taiwan is a place that has a lot of scooter that you probably not seen that before in the United States. So just want you to take a look of this first picture of how crazy the scooter and how many people that ride scooter to work. So you can see from the picture on the left, it's the same that you might can see in Taipei City. And that's during the rush hour when everyone is going to work or after work. So usually it will be around maybe 8 a.m., maybe start from 7 to 9, and then will be again, you will see that again around maybe 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So you might see that. So you can see, even though the statistics you see on the right is from 2016, but you can see still like Taiwan is the place that has a lot of people driving scooter here. That's probably the top one. Okay, next. So we just want to tell you why there's so many people drive scooter in Taiwan. So you can see it's cheap and it's easy to get around. And it's also, we have a lot of places on the road that it's easy for scooter to ride. And also we are really a scooter friendly geography, and we don't have any snow, we don't have any ice, and we don't really cold. I mean the weather is not really freezing that people cannot drive scooter unless it's unless we have the cold front. So even though we have the cold front, it's usually around maybe 6 or 7 degrees Celsius. So it's, I think some of the places in America it's colder than that, but it's still better because usually we are around like 25 to 30 degrees. So that's a really good temperature for people to drive scooter. Yeah, and also there's a financially reasons because every way it's cheaper than buying a car, and also if you're gonna to do maintenance and also you want to fix your scooter, it's also cheaper than the cars. And six, scooter are the part of our Taiwan culture, so you got to know that, just try to learn it and to feel how Taiwanese people love to drive scooter. So you will see that in ETA guidelines, there are some sites that Fulbright doesn't encourage ETA to drive scooter because of some industrial environment and some places with a lot of sufficient public transportation, like Taipei City with the MRT, and also New Taipei City because also MRT. So if the we don't really encourage ETA from those sites to drive scooter. But if the scooter is the last and the only way you can go to school, then you need to pay extra attention to your safety, and also that your coordinator knows, and also you will need to sign a declaration form to present that you understand all of these responsibility that you need to take off. Okay, so let's start for the scooter test procedure. So first, the applicant. So you will see we in Taiwan, we also have a lot of like heavy motorcycles, but for the white plate, you can see every scooter has a white plate at the back of the scooter. It's the white plate means it's under 150 cc. So we will do that. So the applicant must be over 18 years old, and also you need to have a ARC valid over than 6 months. Then you can apply to have a scooter test. And also we will, all your coordinators will help you to register online beforehand. And also there's a scooter hazard perception online trial that you can try to see how you're gonna stop when you see any like a car in front of you or the passenger is just showing up suddenly next to you. So we will go through that part later. And also we will do scooter physical checkup at the local clinic or hospital. And then on the tested day, we will let you the DMV the DMV office will have a lecture of traffic safety classes, and it is mandatory. Everyone needs to take that lectures. Then we go to the written test part, and you need to get scored over 85 to pass the written test, and then go to the road test, and you need to get over 70 score to pass your road test. Okay, so here's a scooter hazard perception online trial, and we can take a look of that. Carrie, not this one. Yes. Nope. Carrie, maybe just click it. Click it. Yeah. Okay, so let's start. So there's a video you can see, and you can use your mouse to click when you feel that it's a time to slow down. So you see, keep going, and you will see the cars coming. And if you see there are any turns, so see this car, then stop, and you can press the mouse. So you can press during the whole video, you can press your mouse up to 3 times. So you can see there's some like a little dot at the bottom. That means you can click it up to. So yay, you got it. So it's just like, oh, if there's some car in the other opposite direction towards you, you need to slow down a little bit. So they have a lot of test video like that, and you can try take a look and see how you feel about your, like your perception of when you need to stop or slow down. Yeah, so you can see there's just some, you can, if you see you need to click the mouse and you feel you need time to slow down the road. And also you can click up to 3 times according to the videos. Okay, so for the scooter physical checkup, so you will need to bring your ARC. So that means you need to wait until you have your ARC. So ARC and photo and some money to pay for the test. So when you go to the clinic, the doctor will help you to check your basic, physical thing, weight and your height. And the most important part will be your visual accuracy. And you are allowed to wear your glasses so your contact clean. And if you have those things to help your visions, you need to get more over than 0.8 of your visions, then you will pass that. If you are under 0.6 or 0.8, then the doctor won't agree for you to have the scooter pass later. Yeah. So we can take a look of the picture at the right. With the E picture, So I know it's E is a little bit different from the American one. So what you need to do is if you see on the really big E, your hand, can I have your hand? Do you know which direction you need to point to? So you can see the E, your hand should be facing to the way that has the exit of it. So for example, like up on the up left one. So the empty part is on the right. So you will use your fingers to point to the right. And the one on the right, you will use your hand to point to the left. So if you see there's any E has a empty part from the side, you need to go down. You need to go down. So that's how you're gonna to do it. So the doctor will you will have something cover on your one side of eyes and your hand needs to do that, just keep doing that. The doctor will direct you. Yeah. Okay. And then next one will be distinguish colors. So you will need to distinguish with the yellow, green, and red. So there will some picture has a color and you need to tell the doctor what's the number inside of this little colorful dot. So first one is 4, the second one is 2. Yeah, so just something like that. And also they will test your visual field and night visions. And they will also test your hearing. They will use some like devices to make a sound from your right ear, then slowly come to your left ear and tell you where the sound's coming from. So you just point at, oh, right, or left. And also they will test your limbo mobility, like they will ask you to squat down and stand up. So just a few times. Yeah. That's easy. Okay. So on the test day, you will need to bring your ARC, your Spoozer physical exam form, and also photos and the money. And we will register at the counter, and then we will do the lecture of traffic safety classes. That is mandatory. So for the lecture of traffic safety classes, there will be a lot of like scooter accident video that we want to just keep remind you that it can be really dangerous when you drive scooter and you have a scooter accident. Some of them are really really scary, but the purpose of DMV want to do that is just always want to remind how it is important to drive safely. Yes. Okay. And then after almost about 140 hours video, then we will go to the written test. And if you pass, we will go on the road test. Okay, so written test. So there's places that you can download your written test examples. And also there's some places that you can do the test online. So Carrie, can you help me go to the test sample downloading places website? Okay, yeah. So here's the place you can download all the test bank. So you should download it and read it every question that it might will just show up when you do the test. So you can download all that and read carefully. And also there's an online test you can do. So you can click the English and do the written test. And we want to motorcycle and confirm. And then we start. So let's try maybe a few questions. Okay. Okay, so in the diagram, if the motorcyclist finds the vehicle ahead is traveling slowly, can he or she pass the vehicle? So there's answers for you. First one, no. 2, yes, pass the vehicle on the right side. 3, yes, just be careful. So which one is it? Carrie, do you remember?
You can type in the chat. Everyone, you can type in the chat.
So it's first one. It's you shouldn't Yeah. Okay. So second one, according to the picture, which is the correct parking place for the riders? Yes, it's 3, easy and cheesy, right? Okay, according to the diagram, when a large vehicle makes a right turn, the motorcyclist should avoid entering which of the following zones due to the differences in the turning radius. So there's some like a blind spot that when the big truck turns, you just have to be careful. I think it's
I got 2 answers from the chat box. There are A and the B. Yeah, I saw A and the B.
So what's the answer, Carrie?
I think the answer is A.
Yeah.
Because this is the most narrow one.
Yeah, and you should judge from the car's front, like a back wheel, because when you turn, it will just get to the inner lane. So that's where it's going to be dangerous. Okay, thank you, Carrie. We can go back to the PowerPoint. So there's just some like a task sample you can do online when you have some time, you want to, just when you are in quarantine hotel or your self-house management, you can try to task yourself. Yeah, okay. So now I know a lot of you, maybe you already has a test bank for your coordinator, but we just take a try, like a few questions for you to have some idea about that. So we're gonna play a Kahoot game. Carrie.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, so everyone get your cell phone ready and we're gonna play again. We're gonna wait for one more. Okay, Carrie, should we start? Oh, I forgot to mention. Carrie prepared a gift for the first place. So go for it. Everyone got it. Wow. So there's numbers. Some like the numbers you need to a little bit remember about that. Okay. Also, except the multiple choices, you will have to choose and false question. So there's also some like a five numbers that you need to remember. Last one. Okay, so that's C. The third place. The second place. The first place will be Lana. Woohoo! That's Lana from Changhua. Woohoo! Cheer up from Changhua. Okay, so that's just some fun things that we play together, but you, of course, you need to do more on the online test, or maybe you can download the test. Okay, so does everyone remember what score you need to get at least to pass a written test? Can you type on the chat box? So there will be 50 questions. So each one, if you miss one question, you will have 2.5 points deducted. So you probably only can get 6 wrong answers. If you get more than 6, you will fail it. So remember that. Okay, so when you pass it, you will do the road test at the same day after your written test. So let's see how that the task gonna do. So we're gonna see the tutorial first, road test tutorial first. We have the video that show you how to do it.
你知道吗？爱抓痒、长舔毛、肚子红肿。
Okay, so at the first, you need to do the second straight line. You see there, 7 seconds, at least 7 seconds. Then you don't need to stop. You just keep going, and you see the zebra line. Then you stop because there's a light blinking there, and you make a little turn and stop in front of another zebra line and look front. There's a traffic light. If it's red, you need to stop. If it's green, you can go. Then you stop in the box and make a hook turn. Then you keep going, and don't forget to turn on your signal, change lane. And then keep going straight. Make a turn and stop in front of the stop sign. And then make another turn. Wait in front of the railway. Once it stops blinking, you can go and you pass. Okay, so let's go back to the PowerPoint. Carrie, I need the last PowerPoint. Okay, so let's do review again. So you can see there's 2 pictures. The picture on the right has more English like a description there, but the task core is a little bit different, even though that contain all the tasks you need to do. But what we have to do, what you need to do on the road test course is the one on the left. So you see, you start from the start point and you keep going. At least you need to get 7 seconds, and then you don't need to stop, keep going, and then you stop. There's a zebra crossing, you stop there because there's a like a blink, the traffic light gonna to blink. So it's blink, and when it stop, you can keep going, make a small turn, and there's another sign of stop on the ground. So stop. Yeah, and you look at the front traffic light. You see there's a one in front of you, and it's gonna just show the light is, if it's red, you need to stop. If it's green, and then you can go. So when you go, make sure your whole scooter need to park in the box. And it's okay, you can kind of like adjust it in when you get into the box. So once you drive in the box, you can adjust it a little bit and see the light in front of you. If it's red, you stop. If it's green, then you can go. So you go, and don't forget to put on your signal to the left light. Then you can change your lane and go forward and make a small turn, like a curve, and keep going, 90-degree turn. And there's a sign on the sign of stop on the ground too. So you stop a little bit, then you can keep start and make a little turn too. And there's a the railway lights too. So it's gonna blink and ding, 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 ding. And once it stop, and you can go, then you pass. So there's also some like a regulation about how much point they gonna deduct it you. So Carrie, can we have the road test? Okay, so that's the violation point scale that you can see. Some of the things that you make, if you just accidentally did it, you will deduct it from 32 points. So that means if you got 30 points, 32 points deducted, you just can't make it. Yeah, so be sure of that. Some of them are just few points, like a 60 or I think 60. So if you only get 16, you are okay to pass. And some of them are only 8 points. So just make sure don't make the like a really serious problem about making 32 points, then you will be okay to pass. Okay. So next. Okay, so here's just some review about the stuff that we need to do. And just for your reference, if you fail the road test, it's okay, because you can take the road test again after 7 days, and you only need to pay the road test fee. So if I think the thing is just try to pass a written test for the first time, and you can do it later. Okay. Then if everyone gets pass, then you will get your license. Yeah, next. So I just want to mention something really important about why do we need scooter license for the, you know, there's a lot of electricity scooter like a Gogoro. You will see a lot in Taiwan. So for Gogoro, you will need a license, but for electric bike, then you don't need a license. But just make sure, because the things that, I mean, the transportation like a electricity bike or bike that have some like a vague rules about insurance and how people gonna to just pay you back about some, like if you have a scooter accident with a bike or something, that is a fake area. So just make sure no matter what you're gonna do ride, just make sure you get your scooter license. That's a safe way to protect yourself and also protect the others. So there's a really interesting fun scooter video we want to show you. So that's just take a look and hope that make you laugh.
Hey, hey, hey！
哦啊！
哎，你中柱可不可以立起来？
中柱，
它立起来才不会斜一边呐。
那我也是立呀，这样不行吗？
它明明有中柱，你就不
就抬不
立。
动啊，怎么办？怎么办？
就立一下
抬不动
不会怎
啊
样那么，
这样不
简单
行吗？它旁边有一根，我就这样立，这样不行哦。你也有一根
就像这样很简单，你看立
要不要这样设
你
计？就
立
有
看
就这样立
啊，
不行吗？
还是要下一个人来停？要怎么停？
现在没人就没
没有
差，没差，
人才可以这样
景
做啊！
啊，怎
现在
样？
位置那么少，你看，你看人来了啊！
嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟嘟。哎，不好意思，我停这哦。
嗯，
啊，你可以过去一点吗？
我就这样立，我先来的，这样怎样？我先来啊！
啊，你不会立中柱哦？
我刚刚跟他讲过了，他也不
我立
听。
不起来，我有什么办法？
找理由啊，
你这样
找理由
贴在我身上
啊
很恶哎。
我就这样立，我先来的啊，怎样？
立起来就好了啊。
停啊，就这样停啊！
啊，不管了，我要进去喽。
哎，
你在做什么东西啊？
他让你秀懂，
啊
自己弹出来的，
啊
我有什么办
哎
法？
哦，
叫你立又不立
就，这样啊，
收又不收好
就，这样。
到底在干嘛
那你去？找其他地方停啊，
其他没地方停啊，就只有这个位置
啊。
啊，找很久哎
哎，。你要停就停呢。
啊，不管了，我要停的啦。
啊！你看我摔倒了，你们都欺负我。
Yeah, so it's just a video, a little joke about when a lot of people parking, they use the side parking thing. But if you use that one, your scooter gonna be falling lean in the side, so that will be hard for people to park next to you, because Taiwan is really crowded, so it's sometimes really hard to find this parking space. So make sure when you park, just park it with the central pillar. So you need to stop it and kind of like pull your scooter, lift up and move it to the back. So when your coordinator help you to arrange the scooter practice, they will teach you more about how you use the central pillar to park. Yeah. Okay, so next page. Okay, so here's some important things we want to remind you too. So beware of the Food Panda and Uber Eats scooter delivery. So, Uber Panda, they need to, they get their orders and they need to go to the places that fast so they can get another one to get paid more. So be careful when you drive close to them. So always be careful when you just, behind them or next to them, just let them go first. Don't try to speed up with them. Yeah. Okay. And second, you cannot, when you ride scooter, you cannot ride on the national highway. National highway are only for cars. Yeah. So because please remember that, because when you try to use your Google Map, so sometimes the Google Map won't show you which is the scooter lane only. They just show you how to get it. So make sure about that when you use Google Map driving scooter. Yeah. And then most left turns require the two-step turn. So if it's really busy intersection, that usually you will see a block thing. So make sure you do the hook turn, go into the box and wait for go straight. But if that's just small lanes that you didn't see the box in front of you, that might be okay to just turn left without do the hook turn. But make sure no matter what you do, be careful. That's the priority. Yeah, and you should not turning right on the red light. And if you do, you might against the law and you will get the ticket for that. Yeah, and beware of the speed camera and the red light cameras. So they were just standing in front, just beside of the road. So if you passed and you got speeded, then the camera will just take the picture automatically. And you will get the ticket later, maybe 1 month later, and you will need to pay for that. Yeah, and we will tell you how much you need to pay and what the price gonna be in the following PowerPoint. Getting into the accident can be messy, but just make sure if that happened that your coordinator know and call the police. And do not to move your vehicle until the police are coming. Yeah, so they're just some like a little thing. So just make sure make sure and every time when you drive scooter, keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm gonna pass to Carrie.
Okay, thank you, Carly. You guys can all hear me well? Yeah, okay. So before I start, I wanna show Lana our first place. You will get this. Can you see? This is a keychain, and this is Kinman's County bird. It's called Hupu bird, and it's gold color, not gold. Yeah, so I hope you will like it, and I will give it to Carly so that she can give it to you when you finish your quarantine. Okay. How so? We talk about lots of rules and the culture about our scooter. And next thing is I want to remind you when you get your scooter, okay? And these rules, you can also be fined during your scooter test. It might come out for some questions for you. So first, I want to remind you is do not drunk drive. Don't do that, please, 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 okay? Because if you drunk drive, you will pay lots of money to the Taiwan government, okay? We have some bad experience in the past, and so far the latest rules about the drunk drive, it will be the fine will be 90,000 NTD. It's really a lot of money for that. And if you think, okay, I won't drive car or scooter, I'll just the passenger seat in front, seat in the back of the car or scooter, you will still also get the ticket, which is 3,000 for that, because you know the driver is drunk and you still let them drive. So that is also not a good thing to do. Okay, so okay, so if you think, okay, then I'll just ride a bike and then I go drunk drive, is that okay? No, it cannot be like that. It's not okay. Even you drive like bicycle or electric bicycle, or even like this, the 3-wheel vehicles, they are all not allowed to have drunk drive. Okay, if you got caught by the policeman with this and you drunk drive, you will get 1,200 NTD. Okay, and if you got the test, and then you will get 2,400. So just if you really want to drink alcohol, please, after you drink it, you can call taxi or your friends to drive you home. Okay, do not do stupid thing. It's not worth it. Okay, and for because our law changed a little bit about this drunk drive laws. So the new one is like for the breath analyzer test, if it's over 0.15, you will get 15,000 to 90,000. Okay, and if you think, okay, I just don't want to do it, you refuse it. Remember the Kahoot test? There's one test is about that. The fine will be 180,000. Okay, that is a lot of money. So please don't do that. The Kahoot test is 30,000. That is wrong. That is wrong. The real fine will be 180,000 for the first time. Okay, so don't do that, please. All right, and another thing we would like to remind you is do not speeding. I know Taiwan's road probably most of the road in the countryside is big, very wide, very long, and your mood, you have a really good mood, you just want to speeding. That is also not allowed. Like Carly said, some road they will set a speeding camera. If you got speeding, they will take a picture of you and we can see you and your plate number. Okay, and you will get the ticket, and the ticket will say that, oh, because the limited is 50, but you are 68, so you're over 18 kilogram, so you will get fined for 1,200. Okay, that is very you will think that that is not a lot, but it's very dangerous for you. Okay, we really worry about your safety, so we want you to be safe all the time. Okay, so here is some speed limits in Taiwan. Remember the sign, it's also in the Kahoot. the sign is mean you can only drive the under this speed. For example, this is 50, so you can only drive 50 under the 50. Okay, and usually there's a camera sign here with the limited sign here together, and they will remind you, hey, drive safely, drive slowly, because there's a camera in the front. Okay, so like I said before, the tickets, if you like over the speed for 20 km, you will get 1200. But if you are over 20 to 40, you will get higher and higher. Okay, so just remember not to speeding. Okay. Another thing, it's really easily that people will face is illegal parking. For example, this is one of our ETA. They park in front of the train station, and she saw, oh, there's so many people parking as well. I'll just park here. But actually, there's a sign say not allowed to park. So you can tell that this scooter and her scooter also got a ticket. This is the ticket. Okay, and the ticket will also send to your apartment address to let you know. For example, like this illegal parking, you will get 600 for the tickets. Okay, so here are some places are not allowed to park. For example, like you can only park here, like scooter parking spaces, like this one. Okay, you will find them on the side of the road, not all the time, but you will find it somewhere. Okay, and a yellow line is also allowed for 3 minutes. It's only temporary parking. Okay, and the not parking area will be red line, neither in, out is not okay. For example, like this is the red line, and the scooter is trying to like park it in, which is not allowed as well. And sidewalk here, like parking here, is also not okay to park. Here's a sign say that you cannot park here. And the hydrant here. So around the hydrant for 5 meters, they are not allowed to parking, because if something happened, the firefighters might need this. So these areas are not allowed to park. And the corner or double parking on the red line and accessible parking are not allowed to park. Okay. And then something we want to share with you. If you drive in America, you might have the experience like some people that just don't want to follow the rules. In Taiwan, we call it 三宝. This is 3 treasures, 3 kinds of people on the road. First is they're always driving on the opposite direction. That is really annoying. And then the second kind of people is they didn't keep safety distance. They always drive you very, very close. I don't know why. They just drive very close. That is not also not okay. And a third kind of people is they're speeding all the time. Yeah, so when you got your scooter, try to avoid these 3 kinds of people. If you see them on the road, just keep very far away distance from them. Okay, so is there this is the sharing part. If you want to share, you can share. Like, have you ever got or heard any of scooter accidents? And what should you do to reduce the risk of scooter accidents? Is there anyone want to share? 没有。好 okay, it's okay, we just keep continue. So like Carly said, after you pass the scooter test, you got your license, you need to think, okay, which scooter I should buy or rent. Okay, so here's some information for you for buying or renting a scooter. So most of you, the county, most of you will go buy a scooter. But some of the counties you will be rented. Okay, so your coordinator will get more information for you. So for rental scooter, the price probably about like 3,000 to 5,000 a month. And if you consider to buying a second-hand scooter, it will be a more expensive, but you don't need to pay every month. Yeah, that will be 15,000 to 30,000 NTD. And both of them, either buying or purchasing, you will, the most important thing is you need your insurance to protect you. Okay, so I will talk about buying or selling a scooter. Selling part is if you own a scooter and you want to sell it before you leave Taiwan, you need to sell it. Okay, so here's the buying and selling process and information for you. So first thing is you need to insuring and transferring the existing insurance to new owner. Okay, so these things you can be in the DMV to finish that. Either like this is the necessary documents, okay, for applying for this title transfer. Okay, for example, if you buying a second-hand scooter from your Taiwan local friends, then you will need to do the title transfer. Okay, so also like change the ownership, which is the title. Okay, and remember, no traffic violation tickets with this person. Okay, how? And the most important part is your insurance. So we list some insurance that is must and optional for you. Okay, so like must is the compulsory insurance. Usually this when you buy a second-hand scooter or rented scooter, this is always with the scooter. Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is the most important one, because this insurance will cover you and other car. Okay, yeah, and this is the optional one. It's driver's injury insurance and additional passenger injuries protection. Okay, so these are all, these two we will require and must to have. That is most important insurance for you. This is the third party. Third party is to cover you and the passengers. Okay. Yeah, you and the no. Other parties and the car property. Sorry, not the X. Okay, how? And when either buying or renting a scooter, you will need to do oil change regularly or maintain regularly. Okay, that is to keep your scooter in the best condition. And always you need to wear the helmet. And you might see some people wearing only the half helmet. That is, we don't encourage you to buy that. We will encourage you to buy this, the third, fourth helmet. That will be more safe for you. Some of the helmet, they have the cheek one, you can also buy. That is to protect the whole head. Yeah, that is the most safety one for you. Okay. And so if you buying the second-hand scooter, you might receive this kind of reminders is because your scooter is over for 5 years, so they will need to check your environmental expectation. Okay, so if you got this reminders, remember to go to the scooter shop to do the test. It's for free, you don't need to pay. So what if some accident happened? You will need to report this to your coordinator. But first thing you will need to do is to call 110, the policeman. And if you need ambulance, you will call 119 for help. Okay. And another thing is you need to call your coordinator. Please remember to call your coordinator. And then do not move your scooter to anywhere. Okay. So then when you call the policeman, you can provide the location, time, and your license plate number. Okay. Yeah, so don't change anything in the accident area. Okay. And the ambulance will take the people who got injury to the hospital. Okay. And then later, you will go to the police station to do the statements, and both of you and the driver, the third party, or will go to the police station to do the statement. So yeah, after the accidents, you can remember to make an insurance claim for your loss with all the rated documents collected. Okay, for example, like how much your scooter fixing fee and how much money you pay for going to the hospital or anything cost. You will need to keep the receipt well and the document well. Okay, and you always have the right to file a lawsuit within 6 months. Okay, then you will have reached a settlement if both of parties agree to have that. Okay. Yeah, so all the expenses will have to pay first and then claim later. All right, okay, so funny part. We have a little fun Chinese idiom about scooter. So usually in Taiwan, you might hear, you are a scooter, 你很机车, you are scooter. And that 机车 is scooter, but it doesn't mean you are really a scooter. It means that you are a little fickle and picky, annoying, or nagging. Yeah, so if you hear like someone say, oh, 你很机车, you're 很机车, 什么什么什么, that would be this meaning. Yeah, that means they are really a scooter. Okay. So here is our PowerPoint. Any questions you would like to ask? No, so far so good. How then we will take a 5 minutes break. Okay, 5 minutes break, and you guys will come back at 10:36. Okay, see you later.
Thank you, Carrie.
You're welcome.
Okay, is everyone back? My microphone turn on clearly? Okay. Oh, wait, did you hear that? Oh, no. Okay, sorry. It's just my heart was beating so fast. Never mind. Okay, I'm Virgil. I'm team coordinator. And here's our topic. It's called general safety. The safety is always the first priority. And in this group, we will have me, Virgil, and we have Yuwen, and then Kenny. Okay, next. So here's our agenda. We will divide into personal safety, indoor safety, outdoor safety, and the basic indoors. So now the first part, personal safety. Yes, we will have a few situations for you. We have lost wallet, protect your belongings, stalker situation, call for help, and hitchhiking. Now let's go to the first part, lost wallet. So when you lost your wallet, like you can't find it, like it's not in your pocket. So first thing, pull out your bag and double check. Sometimes double check is not enough, so triple check. Pull out all the things and check is your wallet just hiding down at the bottom of your bag or something. And now you can really find your wallet. So what to do? Let's go back to the crime scene. The crime scene will be the last place you went. So go to the crime scene and see, oh, is there my wallet just hiding down the bench or in the library or something to find your wallet again? If not, then you have to report this to your coordinator. Why? I just lost my wallet, just some money. No, there will be ARC and your driver license. Remember the really tough scooter license? You finally get it, you don't want to lose it, right? So you will have your license, your ARC, and your health insurance card, and a lot of ID cards in your wallet. So lost that will be really inconvenient. So report this to your coordinator, and then you have to go to the police station. And the police station should be the nearest one. For example, like I lost my wallet, I can't find it when I come back from the park. So I go to the police station, which one, the nearest one to the park I went before. And then you will do some recording, and then the police station will help you to find and to see if someone found your wallet and then give it back to the police station so that they can contact you. And if it is officially really lost it, the coordinator will help you to apply all the IDs again. And it will be really inconvenient, but you have to understand that we will try our best to get all your IDs back as soon as possible. And if we got really lucky, we found our lost wallets, don't forget to say thank you to all the people who helped you before. Okay, so next one, protect your belongings on the transportations. Here is the really common thing when you're taking the MRT system in Taipei. Yeah, people will just stuck on the wall or on the door or something. Okay, so it's really crowded on the transportation. What should we do? So you will have your backpack sometime, but on the transportation, the backpack is actually really big, and there's some limit of the space. So if you put your backpack on your back, then you might block some people. They want to get down the bus or transport MRT, or sometimes the kids they're so small, so your backpack might just block them from, and then just set a really huge wall between the children and their parents. And what if you can just leave your backpack on the ground, but don't leave in front of the door, because some people can get off when all the luggage and your backpack still blocking the way. Okay, next. So what should we do? Should we put a backpack on our back? No. If you pack your bag on your back, it might cost this thing. So the thief can just take off the things or some important thing from your backpack. So what should we do? Move to the front and you can keep your belongings safe. So, or you can just holding on your hand, and when you are sitting, don't put your backpack on the next to you, so you won't occupy another seat. Okay, and now go next to the stalker situation. So if you find someone is stalking you, first of all, you don't panic. And then the first one, don't panic, calm down. I know it's really hard in this situation. I mean, I even shaking when I'm doing the presentation. How about facing a really stalker? I might just screaming, but calm down. If you scream, then the stalker will be more exciting. That's how stalker logical works. And then you have to run to the public places, such as a convenience store, or is there a school near you? There's always security guard at the front gate, so security guard can help you with that. Or you can run into the department store, or if you found any stalker in the like bus station or like MRT station, there's always police around there. So go to find them, they can help you. And then if you already inside a public places like convenience store, and you can see the stalker is still staring at you right outside the place. So if that happens, you call your coordinator, or you tell the convenience stores, tell them that, oh, there's someone is right outside and then waiting for me and I'm not feeling comfortable. And then they can help you. So, and then if you want someone to help you, you want to call the police, you have to dial 110. I know you dial 911 in America, but in Taiwan, in Asia place, we dial 110 to call police. And then if you got hurt, you need an ambulance, you dial 119. And if you want to call these two kinds of supply, you have to always let your coordinator know, because when you need to use these two numbers, it means this is serious and it's emergency. And if you're on the street and you need help, but you don't know what to do, you can go to a convenience store and then they can help you with that. So when you enter in the convenience store, you only speak English and they probably don't know how to speak English. Now we have two like really simple sentence for you that they can help you. So the first one is, please help me to call the police. Okay, I want you to turn on your microphone, unmute it, and then just repeat after me. Okay, first thing, 请帮我报警。Okay, that sounds really good. I already dialed the number for you. Okay, next one. Please help me. I need help. Please help me. This one is more simple, and you can use this in any kind of situation. 请帮我。Wow, it sounds like I'm teaching like Asian people speaking Chinese. Everyone sounds so good. Okay, go to next. Okay, hitchhiking. I saw a lot of this in American movie. It looks really cool, but how about in Taiwan? In Taiwan, hitchhiking, is it dangerous or is it convenient? About this part, it depends. So if it's your LET and you want them to give you a ride, it's okay. But if it's any like strangers on the streets, if they see you are checking your map and trying to call a taxi or waiting for Uber, and then not really weird. Sometimes they would wear just like us, just like normal, and they'll say, hey, do you want to, I can give you a ride and you don't have to pay for me. I know they seems really kind, but this is a really strange place for you. So only trust the people you trust. Like this is your friend, your local friend, and you know this guy really well, and they want to give you a ride, that's okay. If not, if you just saw each other, like see each other for like maybe 2 days or 3 days, and then the guy suddenly told you that, hey, you want to go anywhere that I can give you a ride. We are not trying to make you like being really suspicious to the local people in Taiwan, but you have to awareness that you have to protect yourself, because if anything happens, it would be really hard to find people, because hitchhiking, the people just driving, because they have the wheel, they will drive you to everywhere, and they probably will hide or rob you the cell phone so that you can really call for help. So hitchhiking depends. Only give the ride for the people you trust, like LET or the local friends that you know them really well. Okay, that's it. That's all my part.
So, hi ETAs, nice to see you here. I'm a coordinator in Taichung Yuan. So today going to talk about some indoor safety, which is include fire, humidity, and the insects. So we will start with the fire safety. So to know some tips to prevent the fire damage is very important. No matter you are free or like now you are all in the quarantine hotel, because there was a bad fire disaster happened in this July in the quarantine hotel. So it happened in the central Taiwan, and the 4 people in quarantine were killed, and over 20 people got hurt in Taiwan. But you don't need to be very nervous about it, because our coordinator they didn't find you a old hotel for quarantine. But still, please note it, if you meet a fire in your quarantine period, you can still leave your room, but with your mask on. So I hope the basic tip I'm going to say will be helpful to you in the crucial time if you have to make your decision. So first, we will have a little fire safety challenge. So now you can have a move around and look around your desk or your room, because we are going to have the show the color game. So if you have your camera off, you can turn on your camera, because later we'll have 4 questions and 4 questions with some options with a different color. So if you think the correct color of the answer is red, you just find everything in your room and show me on your camera that's red. If you think the answer should be the green one, you just grab something in green and show on your camera. Okay, are you ready? Okay, the first question is, what is the dead list in the fire disaster? Here are 4 options. Purple smoke, and the toxic gas in yellow, fire in red, or darkness in black. Yeah, I see Jackson have a yellow toxic gas. Yellow, many yellow. And I also see purple, Jamie. Yellow, purple, hello. Okay, the answer is purple. Actually, the smoke is the most deadest. It says about 60 people in the fire disaster, they died because of stroke by the smoke, because smoke can make you faint in like just few seconds. So the answer is purple. Next one. So when you find the flame about 30 centimeters high in your room in the midnight, what is the first step you should do? We have answers in white, yellow, red, and black. I see Emma with the red. Oh, I see black, I see white. More? Anyone think is Yellow? White. Okay, the answer is red. So unfortunately, if you see some fire already more than 25 centimeters high, it's already not easy to be extinguished. So the first thing you should do is try to wake up all the people in your house, and you can close the door to isolate the fire and quickly escape from the place. And to go up floor is not a good choice because the smoke can rise one floor in 1 second, which is far faster than us can run. Next questions. When the smoke and fire are strong outside of your room, what you should do? Okay, four answers in yellow, white, red, and the blue. Which one? Yeah, I see. Blue, red, white. Okay, great. So the answer is yellow, all right? No, the answer is not yellow. The answer is red. I saw the most red. So when the strong fire is outside your room, you should take any clothes like a duvet or any your pillows just to stop the door gap and open the window or break the window and call what number and wait for help. Virgil just mentioned about the number. What is the number you should call? Can you type in the chat box which number it should be? 119? Or yes, the answer is 119. So this is very important phone number. You should remember it's not only for the ambulance car, but also for a firefighter. They are the same number, so 119. So now you can see also the pictures. The picture down here. The room without close the door is all black, but the room with the door closed, they can still keep nice. Okay, the last questions. Which one is the right position when escaping in the smoke? So now we have something different. If you think the answer is the first pictures, you show me a pen. If you think the next answer is the fourth, you show me a glasses or sunglasses on your screen. I see Max with a red pen. I see also Bato. Oh, I see Jackson have sunglasses. Battles. More answers. More though. Okay, Nick with a toothbrush. Glasses. Okay, the answer is toothbrush. So the answer is like this. In the pictures, the right position is you move with your lower arm and the knee, and with your head always down, so you will not choke by the smoke. And you can better move along the wall, so you can make you easily to find the directions. Okay. So for the questions, the challenge before we always have some moment to think of what to do. But it says if it's really happened, fire damage in your place or somewhere else, you have only 30 seconds to think what to do. You should escape or stay in this place. So now we are going to experience how long is the 30 seconds. So now you can imagine you wake up in the midnight and found, oh, there's some smoke going to your room, but you don't know where the fire is. So imagine in the midnight and what you should do. We have 30 seconds. Hey, this is 30 seconds. It's very short, right? So let's see if you do like this process. So first, if the fire is next to you, or if the fire is outside your room, the first thing you should do is to notify the people also in the house. And if the fire is next to you, I show the answers. So you should close the door to isolate the fire and escape with the position we just show in the pictures. And you should move down to find the entrance, and you will survive. Hope. And but if the fire is outside your room, you should first touch the door handle to check the temperature outdoor. If it is not hot and there's no smoke outdoor, and you will probably can close the door and escape from the place. But if it's hot, then you better close the door and stop the door gap to stop the smoke to come inside your room, and open a window, call 119, and keep calm. It's very important, because when you see any fire, if you see any fire, you will be very nervous and don't know what to do. So first, just breathe yourself and then make you feel calm down to think what you should do. So in the daily life, we have some ways to prevent from the fire disaster or carbon monoxide poisoning. One thing is don't overload the extension cord at your place. And the second thing is when you go anywhere, wait, sorry. Okay, when you go anywhere, you can always check their evacuation map, or you can even make evacuation map of your apartment with your flatmate together. And third, just keep ventilation when you are cooking or you are taking showers. Always let the windows open and let the air in and out, and don't leave the fire alone when you are cooking. And when you are after shower, if your place is with the heaters, you remember to switch off the heater when you finish. Okay, the next one is the humidity. So Taiwan is an island, so it's ocean around the island, and some place can be very wet, like in east or in the northeast, like Yilan, or in Taipei. These two cities are always raining in the winter. So if you are from the drier state, you might have to be notice that. And if you have some problem of breathing, you'll be sometimes very dangerous for you. So to keep your place not so humid, you can try also keep ventilation is the easiest way. Just open your windows in your room, in your living room apartment, or if you are living in some very wet place, use the dehumidifier. And if the nice weather, seize the chance and go outside and enjoy the sunshine. The next thing, the common insects. Many of you may be very nervous about this because in Taiwan, it's sure sometimes it's easy to find insects in your flat, but don't be afraid. Everybody will be afraid. There are some common insects like cockroaches and mosquitoes, ants, and even there is some spider called wolf spider that can be like big as your palm. But if you see like a wolf spider or here as the geckos, you don't need to be worried because actually these two insects are not so bad for your place because gecko can eat mosquitoes and wolf spider eat cockroaches for you, but they look scary. So, but it's maybe not the good news if you see the wolf spider at your place. That maybe means there are many cockroaches in your place, so they can survive in your house. And the ants, like I heard in Ilan, they have some special red ants that might bite you. So you maybe also have to be noticed that. Okay, so keep pets out of your place. The most important thing is keep your place clean. So don't let your food exposed. And it's very important that if you finish your food at your home, just wash the dishes right now. Don't keep it overnight, or the insect will help you to clean up the plate. Or you can also keep some useful equipment in your place, like a mosquito killer machine or some spray. You can use it when in emergency. Yes, and keep your place clean. You can, after you move to your apartment, you can make a plan with your flatmates, roommates, to can say, oh, let's clean up every month, or every 2 weeks, let's have a big cleaning weekend like this to keep your place clean. You will make the insects don't be another roommate. And here are some useful things that you can so easy to find every Carrefour or maybe even some convenience store. You can find it, like some chemicals to, if you see the cockroaches somewhere and you just put some chemical in your kitchen or somewhere, and the drain cover is you can easily install it in your toilet, bathroom, or some spray. Or if you want to be more natural, maybe you can plant some mint or some rosemary, some strong smell herb. It's very helpful because the cockroaches, mosquito, they hate the smell of the strong spice. So it can be helpful for you for later when you move to your future apartment. So now I will pass to Kenny.
Hello everyone, I'm the Kaohsiung coordinator Kelly, and today I'll be talking about outdoor safety with you. So for outdoor safety, we'll be doing transportation in woods, in the water, and also talk about insurance. Next. Sorry, next. For starters, transportation. So the following are some transportation that you'll be using frequently in the coming days. So for example, taxi, buses, MRT, or scooters. So for taxis, always get on and off of the car from the right side so that you can avoid incoming cars. And if you really need to get up from the left, do a two-step technique to open a door, which is you open a crack to warn coming cars and also check. And after you check that there are no cars and you're safe, then you can open the door. So this is the part of the driver's license. So also keep this in mind. And next, on the MRT or bus, hold the handle firmly. And some people, they will like to, like if they see the MRT or the bus is empty, they might like to play with the handle or to exercise on the handle. So this is not good. So anyway, just hold the handle firmly and don't need to rush for the MRT or buses because the next one usually arrives really quickly. And another thing will be when you see big trucks like buses, trucks, or cruise buses on the road, be careful of them because when they turn, they always make a really big turn, and the driver might not be able to see clearly, so that it is always more possible for them to hit you when they turn. So always be careful of them. And also wear a helmet at all times, and it will be optimal if it's a full face helmet. So as you can see, the full face helmet provides the most protection, especially on the chin, but it's still only 65%. So if it is like those helmets that only covers the top of your head, or maybe just the side of your head, it will be more dangerous. Oh, next. So moving on to the woods, I know a lot of you are hiking lovers, so I'll spare you the basics. But some tips for hiking in Taiwan will be first, the emergency number. So as mentioned earlier, the emergency number will be 119. So if you ever get lost or have any serious problems in the woods, call the emergency number and they will come help you. Next, some hiking trails require registration. So for example, if this is a popular hiking trail like Yushan, like Jade Mountain or Ali Mountain, you might need to register. So here is a link that you can check if the hiking trail requires registration. And lastly, snakes. So snakes are normally unaggressive unless they're threatened or frightened. So if you encounter a snake in the woods, just stay calm and leave. How and next. So here is the news. So this news is not just scary or something, but just to let you know that it can be really dangerous when you're in the mountains. Okay, and yes, next. So here are some common seen venomous snakes in Taiwan. So if you're unfortunately bitten by them, call 119. And while you're waiting, do not try to suck up the venom or do anything to the wound. You can begin to recall, like think, the look of the snake and remove clothing or accessories around the affected area. So by recalling the look of the snake, will let the EMT work easier to provide the medicine for you. How? So Taiwan is very hot. So when you're at the beaches, remember to put on sunscreen, and if possible, a eco-friendly sunscreen so that the sea, the animals will not be affected by it. Also, diving is a must at beaches, but check for signs if they prohibit diving or swimming. So the sign should look like this, usually a red sign with words on it, or maybe like a sign that says no, blah, blah, blah. How, and lastly, insurance. So you're all insured with the group insurance. So if unfortunately you're ran into an accident or something, some bills can be covered. So in order to be reimbursed, keep all the receipts from the hospitals, taxis, and the insurance company will reimburse if they can. How, moving on to some basic injuries. So again, Taiwan is really hot. So as you can see, next please. In the summer, Taiwan is pretty much like on fire on the west coast. It can go up to 35, 37 maybe degrees on a summer day. So it is really easy to catch a heat stroke. Next. So we'll talk about heat stroke. So here are some symptoms that indicate you might have a heat stroke. So if you feel dizzy, you have a headache, nausea, or you're sweating, you have cold skin, your heart racing or you are cramping, this might mean that you have a heat stroke. So next, there are 4 procedures for dealing a heat stroke. First, go to a cool place and avoid direct sunlight. And while you're at a cool place, have some water or sports drink. So sports drink are here in Taiwan are not as colorful as they are in the States. They're usually just transparent or green, maybe because of the bottle. So 2 famous brands are Super Supao and Pocari Sweat. So these are the 2 sports drinks that you can have if you ever had a heat stroke. Third, lie down and raise your feet. So doing this will let the blood flow back to your brain and make you feel better. Last, spray water on you and put wet towel on your neck or armpit. So for step 4, you can do this for around 10 to 15 minutes. And if you can, change the towels often. So maybe every 5 minutes. And hopefully after these 4 steps, you will feel better. How? So I think my part is a bit short, but this will be the end of today's presentation. So if you have any questions for Virgil, Ruben, or me, feel free to ask or type in the chat. Okay, so if you're too shy to ask, you can message us or send us an email any way you prefer. How? Are snakes common in big cities? So I'm a city boy. I never seen a snake in the cities. Maybe, actually, I never seen a snake in my life, maybe, only in zoos. But I think if you go to, yeah, I think, okay, so to answer your question, no, I think cities are not common. Snakes are not common in big cities. Are there different snakes on Kinmen and Tongfu? I think for the islands, they should have the same snakes if they have. Yeah, not that I know of that there are special snakes in Kinmen and Tongfu. And rats. I don't think rats are a danger in the woods or in waters, are they? But I don't think you will need to worry about in the city. Okay. I think it will depend on your neighborhood. So for example, in Kaohsiung, we have some neighborhood that is filthier, then yes, you'll see rats more often. But I think in general, rats are not common in houses too.
Yes, I think not common in houses, but maybe night markets, someplace outdoor vending. If it's not to clean often, then sometimes, not sometimes, seldom you might see some rats.
Okay, so I think if there is no more question, this will be the end of today's session. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.